Thank you to my favorite precision tool maker, iFixit, for sponsoring this video. My name is Steve, and in this video I'm going to show you how to super clean a dirty game console. Now I'm going to be cleaning this original PlayStation 4, but the methods that I use in this video will apply to basically any game console out there. Now if you're going to clean the outside of your game console, you can just use a microfiber cloth and maybe a little brush to get all the hair out of the vents, but in this video I'm going to be doing a super clean on this PS4, so I need to disassemble the entire console. Now this specific PS4 is very dirty on the outside, but it's even dirtier and more gross on the inside. This PS4 at one point was infested with cockroaches. There is no longer any live cockroaches in this PS4, but it's still pretty gross. So the first thing we're going to do today is disassemble the entire console and then put everything we can into a warm bath of water with some dish soap. Now that it's apart, it's time to clean everything we can in a bath of soapy water. Gonna put a couple squirts of dish soap in there. Swirl it around a bit to get it mixed up. Then we'll start the cleaning process. Pay very close attention to this water and watch how quickly it gets very dirty and gross. Now I will be cleaning metal and plastic, especially with the metal. It's extremely important to get it completely dry, because if it doesn't get all the way dry, it will rust. Unfortunately, with this metal piece and probably several others, there has already been corrosion and a little bit of rust taking place because of the cockroach infestation. But even though there is some corrosion here, it will at least be completely clean. Now I will have a drying station set up off camera, so once these are completely clean, I will set them on the drying towels and then move on to the next piece. Now I also do want to mention that I will rinse these once they're done in the soapy water bath. I will rinse them in just plain hot water. That will get any soapy residue off. Now any of this stuff that I can't really get with my fingers, I'll just use this brush. So we've got all the plastics and metal pieces cleaned in the warm soapy water that we can, and as you can see, this water is just disgusting. This is all of the nastiness that came off of all of those pieces. But even though that was pretty difficult and took a long time, that was the easy part. Now let's get to the hard part. So the hardest part about the super clean is going to be cleaning things like the fan, the disk drive, the motherboard, and the power supply. Let's get started with the fan. And that fan definitely needed to be cleaned. Now it's time to move on to the disk drive. I'm going to start with cleaning the rollers that take in the disk and push the disk out. These always get really dirty when the rest of the console is dirty. Throughout this portion of the video, I'll be using a lot of Q-tips and 99% isopropyl alcohol, as well as that same cleaning brush. Now that the Blu-ray disc drive has been completely cleaned, we can put it back together. This will get a bunch of parts off my workbench, so then I can fully clean the power supply and the motherboard. Now we have a fully deep clean disk drive ready to go into the PS4 once we get the rest of it cleaned. Now for the power supply, I'm going to use some IPA and a Q-tip to clean all of this off and then all of this off. Then I'll also clean the back side of it and then the power supply will be ready to go. I'm actually going to soak it all first. Not to gross you out, but we've got multiple layers of cockroach feces, which is absolutely disgusting. But we'll clean it off and you'll never know it was even there. So we got a great start going. I'm gonna clean the rest off camera, then we'll move to the motherboard. And now I've got a nice clean power supply. Now it's time to get that motherboard cleaned. Overall, the motherboard isn't in too bad a condition. We got a bunch of dust over here, some in the ports. But other than that, it's really looking pretty good. Now we've literally cleaned every single piece of this dirty, disgusting PS4, but now it's time to see how good it looks as we put it back together. And we need to make sure to install the perfect amount of thermal paste, obviously. Now, unfortunately, some of this metal top cover right here has been corroded by cockroach urine, which is disgusting, and it doesn't look great, but at least it's all clean. And this just looks so much better. Now, obviously there are still some scratches and stuff like that. This game console wasn't in the best of condition. It wasn't just dirty, it did have a lot of scratches and stuff. But given what we had to work with, I'd say this turned out really well. Thank you to iFixit for sponsoring this video. iFixit makes my favorite precision toolkits because the tools are super high quality, the people are really nice, and it's super easy to order. Go to iFixit.com to check out their tools, look at teardowns for if you want to do a cleaning like this, and also check out all their repair guides. Thank you for stopping by and learning how to super clean your game console, and I hope you have a good one.